voy sin saber. El destino ya no puedo ver. ¿Tú qué quieres, vida mía? ¿Tú qué quieres de mí esta vez?
Good morning. I have been trying to make it a habit to get ready every single morning because it just sets me up for success for the day, because if you look good, you feel good. So we're gonna get ready for the day and then go have a high protein breakfast, because that has also been helping me with my mood, with my hormones, all the things. And of course it started with a good night's sleep. Let's get ready for the day. Did my makeup for the day, and now I gotta go and find my outfit. So typically I would wear a loungewear set or even just hang out in my pajamas all day, but I'm trying to get out of a rut. Like, I'm trying to push myself back into a routine. I have a lot of updates to share. If you've been following me for a while, you know I work for the federal government. There's a lot going on with the federal government currently under this new administration. A lot of things are changing. So with that said, I'm trying to keep my mental health afloat and take care of myself. And routine just honestly helps with that. So I've been going for a lot more walks lately, a lot more hot girl walks, and I want to make it part of my routine, like my weekly routine, to get like a longer walk on Saturdays, especially when the weather is perfect like today. So I'm gonna look for a little workout set. Oh, I love this one. Most of my workout sets are now from CRZ Yoga. I love them. You can get them on Amazon. I don't like shopping on Amazon, but I do get these workout sets specifically from there just because I want to be able to easily return it. So I think I'm going to wear this matching set. It's so pretty. It's like the perfect sage green color, and I just love it. So that'll be the fit of the day. I like to wear a little cover up on top. I'm gonna change real quick into my fit, and then let's go find some breakfast because I'm hungry, and we'll talk about some updates that I have for you all, because it's been a while. It's been a while since I vlogged on YouTube. I know, but I've missed you guys. Okay, now I'm ready for the day. It's 10 a.m. and I am literally starving. JK, I'm not. But I'm hungry at this point. Hunger is calling. I'm trying to not eat first thing in the morning, even though TikTok, it's so confusing. All I have to say about all the fitness and health stuff and information that is all over social media is to just listen to your body. I have no doubt that for some people, waking up and immediately eating is like the best thing for them. And I also have no doubt that for some people, when they intermittent fast, it feels amazing for them. My only advice with that is to take everything with a grain of salt. Try out different things. Obviously, always ask your doctors because they know your medical history and they're professionals before you try new things. And I recently started taking a lot of new supplements, and I made sure to run it by my doctor. They also told me to just go online and enter all my supplements into this calculator, which can tell you if any of your supplements have any reactions to each other. And I did that. None of them interact in any sort of dangerous way, which is a good thing. But anyway, this is all just a long-winded way of saying listen to your body, try out different things, and find what works for you. I'm still in the midst of that, so I'm not here to give anybody advice. What I have noticed is really good. I still haven't figured out like the timing thing and whether that affects me. I just like to wake up and wait until I feel hungry. Once I feel hungry is when I eat, and I'm feeling hungry and it's 10 a.m. Usually I feel hungry around 9, so it's kind of surprising, but I did eat a protein bar kind of late last night at like 9:30, so it makes sense. But for breakfast, I wanted to show you guys what I made. I made a chia seed pudding, and I actually made it this morning, if I'm being completely honest. So my house is a mess. Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, so I have it in this little container, and I actually need to mix this. It might not be ready yet, actually, from what I see. But I don't know why, I was recently craving chia seed pudding. So here we are. And I just like found different recipes on TikTok and then made my own. I put half a container of this strawberry premier protein because I like it. It doesn't taste too like protein-like. And I also noticed when you mix protein powder into oats or whatever, it doesn't matter how much you mix it, it still tastes like whey protein. So this tastes really good with it. I also use my favorite Greek yogurt. Some people said to use like a non-fat plain Greek yogurt. I love non-fat plain Greek yogurt to get more protein into my diet, but I mostly use it for like dips or sauces or instead of like sour cream or in recipes. So this is one of my favorite yogurts. This is the one that I use for this recipe. So I use 3/4 cup of this, half a container of this premier protein, and then I just put 3 tablespoons of chia seeds, which I got my chia seeds from Costco because it comes in such a big container and it was honestly a really good price. So you really just need like 30 minutes to let the chia seeds gelatinize. And it does help if you go in and mix it every like 10 to 15 minutes or so. I did not do that, as you could probably tell, which is why I have to mix this up right now. But honestly, the consistency looks pretty good. All right, I was unable to find the granola. I did find these cacao nibs. Love to add these to my yogurt or to chia pudding. So I'm gonna add some of this. I'm gonna add 2. I usually like a savory breakfast over a sweet breakfast, but I was just craving chia seed pudding this morning. I might also have a chicken sausage, or I might just have that in like a couple hours whenever I feel hungry again, because I do feel like I'm kind of craving something savory. There's a lot to catch you guys up on, so what can I really get into? First of all, look at this chia seed pudding. Amazing. Just amazing. That is so good. Because I work for the federal government, a lot of you have asked me whether I'll have to return to the office, and the answer is yes, I will. My job is technically in Washington, D.C. However, for those of us who live over 50 miles outside of the Washington, D.C. area, we kind of got like an exception in a way that has, thank God, saved me and potentially will save my job. I was assigned a duty station near me where I live in Oregon. It's a federal government building, so I'll be able to work from there. So that's the idea. However, nothing has been made official yet. We're still waiting on like official confirmation that there's actually space there for me. So it has been just very, very stressful, uncertain times for me personally. And I think that's why it's been hard for me to want to share my life right now on YouTube. I've been making a lot more like short form videos on Instagram and TikTok because I've been sharing like my walking vlogs and health things and just like shorter bits and pieces of my life, which I think has been manageable up till now. So if you're not following me on Instagram and TikTok, make sure to follow me there to kind of keep up with me. I do want to be better about vlogging on YouTube because I feel like this is like my baby. This is where our very supportive community is, and I want to keep you guys in the loop. It's just been hard for me to kind of want to be vulnerable right now, especially sharing things as they're not even confirmed. But I honestly thought that it would be confirmed by now, and I still haven't gotten any word. So at this point, there's no point in like keeping you guys waiting for an update because I'm still waiting for an update. So the update is that my job is still potentially up in the air with everything going on. And yeah, that's been a really stressful reality. I'm definitely going to be praying about it. I do believe that God is going to provide, and I am trying to have faith and just be hopeful that my job will be protected and that I will be okay and that I'll have a place to work from. And hopefully nobody on my team gets let go, but I know that a lot of federal employees have been terminated from their positions, and I feel so bad for everyone and what they're going through. And the fact that it could happen to me or to my office at any time has just been so so incredibly difficult and stressful to live through. And yeah, it's been a hard time, which I'm sure that a lot of you can relate to if you've ever been laid off or been fearful of layoffs at your job. I mean, it's not such a crazy idea that it could ever happen to me. It's just the fact that such an extreme and quick way without any real good reasoning. I think that's the part that's really hard for me to kind of accept. So that's what I've been going through with work, and I will let you guys know once I have an update on whether my job is actually safe or not, because it's still up in the air, which is just so fun. I shared it on my Instagram. I've been going through some personal issues I'm not gonna go into. I have a private life, and there's just certain things that I don't want to share on the internet. It's just a boundary I set for myself, but I don't want to pretend like everything's okay when it's not. So that's why I'm letting you guys know that I am going through some personal issues. In addition to all this craziness with the world going on and with the government and all the changes happening so quickly, I've also been going through some personal things, and that's made things hard in their own way. Yeah, it's just been a lot, you guys. But what I have realized while going through all of this is that no matter what I'm going through, I need to prioritize taking care of my health, because at the end of the day, like, if you lose your job, if you lose people in your life, if you are grieving, no matter what you're going through, your body is what's going to sustain you and what's going to help you get through whatever it is that you're going through. I started to just really think on that and realize that, like, I have health issues that I've been neglecting, and I've been pouring so much into, my business, my YouTube community. And I mean over the past few years, because the past few months I've been slacking. But over the past few years, I've invested and put in so much time into wanting to grow our community, into my relationship, into wanting to rebuild friendships and wanting to rebuild relationships with family, wanting to help family, even if they didn't ask for help. Like, so many different things that I've been mentally and emotionally preoccupied with, that I kind of put myself on the back burner, and I don't want to do that anymore. Probably by the time you see this, I've already started. I have decided to do 75 Thrive, which is like essentially 75 Soft, and it's inspired by 75 Hard, which is 75 days of challenging myself to stay consistent on the healthy habits and the healthy rules that I set for myself for those 75 days. My goal is to heal my insulin resistance, to reverse it, and to lose some weight, which will also help with my insulin resistance, to build some muscle, which will also help with my insulin resistance. And obviously not in those 75 days. Like, I'm not thinking that I'm gonna just heal everything in 75 days, because I didn't gain weight and like become sedentary in 75 days. It's gonna take a lot longer than that. But I'm just hoping that doing a challenge like this and sharing it with you guys will help to hold me accountable, will help hold you guys accountable, and kind of make it more of a fun thing versus like a very tedious thing, even though it's still gonna be tedious. So I'm gonna be sharing that on here, but also I think I'll be sharing more like daily vlogs and more updates on Instagram and TikTok. If you guys would like to follow along or join me at any point, make sure to follow me on there as well. And let me know in the comments if you do decide to join. Like, what are your rules? What are your goals? I would love to hear from you guys so we can chat about that. But that is another big thing, is I'm putting myself and my health first, because there's just like so much going on. And if I just always wait for the right moment to start focusing on myself or for the right circumstances, it's never gonna happen. There's never gonna be a perfect circumstance for literally anything. To have a kid, to get married, to lose weight, to anything. There's never a perfect time. There's ideal times, sure, but there's no perfect time. And I've been so hard on myself about that. And like going back to school, that's another thing that I've been thinking about a lot lately. So there's a lot of things. If you have any questions for me about anything, make sure to leave them down below. I'm gonna eat my chia seed pudding. I think this was enough of a rant for me. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat this now and just stop yapping. So this is the app chronometer that I'm currently using. I'm just going to log around 6 ounces of milk. Might not even be that, honestly, but I'm just trying to play it on the safe side so that I can have my cafecito. And I'm gonna show you guys how easy this is. You just press that you're gonna scan the food. You just open the barcode, and then it finds it pretty much immediately. It's kind of crazy. And then you choose your serving size. It tells you how many grams of protein, the calories. I don't really tend to care about the calories until like the end of the day, just to make sure that I don't go above my maintenance too much. Eventually, I want to work to bring down my deficit a little bit more. Since I'm not losing weight, I probably need to eat less food. But baby steps, guys. I'm making so many lifestyle changes that my main focus is not to lose a bunch of weight. I honestly would just want to lose like 1 pound every week consistently. That would be perfect for me. I'm not trying to lose 2 to 5 to 7 pounds a week because I don't want to lose weight just to look a certain way. I actually want to lose weight and keep it off and make sustainable lifestyle changes. And I feel like I look good. I think that good things take time, and things that are worth it are challenging, right? And losing weight is really challenging. For many years, myself included, I wanted to find a quick fix. I just hated my body and kind of hated myself. And that's where I was coming from, right? Like a place of hate and sadness about what I look like and what I thought I would never look like. And it was like desperation almost. But I feel like I've done enough inner work, and I'm still currently doing inner work on myself, that I feel confident in who I am. And I value so much more than just what I look like, that I feel like I can lose weight from like a healthy perspective. I'm not trying to look like a Victoria's Secret model because, first of all, that's not even attainable for my body and my genetics, but that's just an example, right? Like, I think my goals now are a lot more realistic and I feel a lot better about them. I feel like my mental health is in a better place. I'm coming from such a mature place, and a place where I'm a lot more healed when it comes to my relationship with my body image and all the things. Whereas 5 years ago, during COVID, if I would have tried to lose weight, it would have just been disordered eating, constant stress, like really, really bad. My mental health was not in a good place because of the years of dieting. And I think that this break that I took, this time to just eat food and learn to accept myself, has taken away my fear of food, and it has also taken away my negative body image, where I put so much value on how I looked because society places so much value on how we look. And I think I've finally been able to like reverse that. And now I do want to change how I look, but it's because I want to feel comfortable. It's because there's certain lifestyle things that, unfortunately, the world is fat phobic, and it's going to take a long time for things to ever be equal. I want to be able to go shopping and actually find something in my size. And I want to be able to go to amusement parks without fearing getting taken off a ride, because that has happened to me and it was very embarrassing because the gate thing didn't close correctly. I don't want to worry about that. There's a lot of different things, right? And those are like the smallest. Like if it was just that, I don't even think that I would care enough to want to lose weight. But because I also was told that I had insulin resistance, because I was told that I was getting closer to prediabetes, all these things, like that's like actual health markers that I really truly care about, even more than the lifestyle factors, right? But even then, if you put it all together, that's enough reason for me to want to lose weight, to get to a healthy weight, not to lose weight to look like someone else, but to lose weight to look like the best version of myself, which I've been at different weights my whole life. And I think for me, a good weight is like between 170 to 190, which is probably really heavy to a lot of people. Like I see a lot of people that are my height that want to weigh like 135, and that used to be me, and 135 is not attainable for my body, for my hormones, for my metabolism. It's just not ever gonna happen. I don't think I even ever weighed that in high school when I was like 15 and eating 1,200 calories, working out a ton. I could never get under like 148. That was my lowest weight. So again, I'm going into this with a mature mindset, with a healed relationship and an ongoing healing process. It's a lifelong process. Like you're not just healed from food. You have to be actively intentional about it and set boundaries. But yeah, I feel a lot better about it. So we'll see. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I've been like really on this journey for like the past year and a half, and there's a lot that I still need to share. I'll make a dedicated video about that and what's been going on in the background. But I wanted to give you guys a look into where I am now so that we can kind of go from here with my vlog. So one thing that I've been enjoying a lot recently is finding different ways to add protein into my diet without adding too many calories. And Quest recently saw that I tagged them on my story because I've been eating them and using them as an extra way to add protein to my meals, like my nachos and stuff. You guys can literally see the mess that I have here. LOL. This is real life. But anyway, and I thought I would share with you guys what some of my favorite flavors are so far. So the Quest hot and spicy. These are so good. If you're like me and you grew up on like hot Cheetos and Takis, I'm telling y'all, these are bomb. The one that I already knew that I loved, like when I tagged them on my story because I had bought these with my own money, my favorite was and still is the spicy sweet chili flavor. These just taste so good on their own. A couple days ago, I tried these sour cream and onion ones because I used to love having like the sour cream and onion Pringles. And these did not disappoint. These are another one that just tastes so good on their own. Highly recommend. I love the loaded taco, but this is one that I wouldn't really eat on its own. Same with like the chili lime one. I think they're really good, but they taste better when you have them as like nachos. I use these as my nacho base, or like today I'm gonna go to Chipotle and I'm gonna take one of these. We're gonna split a Chipotle bowl and then I'm gonna use this as like my chips to scoop the meat. And it adds 20 grams of protein. Tastes really good. It's such a nice crunch to add to literally any meal. I'm just telling y'all, it's a hack. And then there's still like 4 different flavors that I haven't even tried yet. What can I say? I feel like the ones that you can just eat on their own because they taste so good on their own, those are the ones that I'd for sure be like, yeah, you need to buy these. Sometimes you don't want to have to, you know, make nachos or make anything in order to eat them. But anyway, that's my update with Quest. They just sent them to me for free. I'm not like sponsored by them or anything. I don't even know where I'm going to put all of these. Like I'm going to have to just store them in my office because there's no room in my pantry. Guys, the way that I told you guys that my life has been like stressful recently, right? And if you've been following me for a while, oh my God, why do I always say that? But it's true. If you've been following me for a while, then you already know that I struggle with my mental health. I have depression, I have anxiety, and all this stuff going on right now is just making it so much worse. Like, what can I say? It's just the truth. I'm gonna show you guys a horrendous secret. JK, it's not really a secret, but you know, you can't see it behind closed doors. My pantry, it's a mess. It's terrible. Literally, I would be embarrassed to show, it's a mess, guys. I need to buy like organizers. I actually have some organizers, but I need to buy like another, like a Lazy Susan that I can put my spices in or something. And then I just need to clear it all out one of these days, wipe it down and reorganize it. So that's probably going to be a video coming up at some point. And let me know if you guys would want to see that. I haven't decided if I'm going to do like a whole YouTube video or just make it like a short video on Instagram or something. But if you guys want to see it on YouTube, let me know, because at least it'll help hold me accountable to do it, you know, because I've been putting it off and I kind of feel like I'm in a good enough place now. Fingers crossed, as long as I don't lose my job. I'm in a good enough place now where I can actually be more productive, function okay. Like I can actually try to organize some things because I need to, and I've been putting it off. And also spring cleaning, spring reset, you know, I feel like that's kind of, it's the perfect time of year for all of that. I love adding cinnamon to my coffee. I also used this cinnamon bun syrup. So this pairs really well with it, but also cinnamon I hear is really good with not spiking your blood sugar and helping to stabilize your blood sugar, which is just all the more reason to drink it and add it to every little thing that I can. I should have added it to my chia seeds, but I forgot. And also I looked into it and I think there's a certain amount that's ideal for cinnamon. You don't want to have too much in a day. So I for sure like to add it to my coffee. I feel like cinnamon kind of tastes sweet to me. I don't know if that's like the universal thing. I love it so much. I just checked the weather because today's supposed to be really, really nice. And it's going to be up to 70 degrees starting at 1. Well, actually starting at 2. So I need to go for my hot girl walk. And most likely I'm going to try to go for an hour and a half because it's the weekend. I wanted to get long walks. But my neighborhood has so many hills. And yesterday I walked for about an hour in my neighborhood and I have like a back injury / maybe I don't have good posture, whatever it is, but I have really bad neck and shoulder pain. And that just exacerbated it so much because where I live, there's just hills everywhere. Podcasts that I recommend that I've been listening to on my hot girl walks that make them so fun because I'm literally learning something so good is actually from this church that I recently found by like going through Instagram Reels or whatever. They're called Social Dallas, and I'm sure at least some of you have heard of them because they are such an amazing church, and the pastor is so blessed. Like, he gives such amazing sermons and teachings. Every time I go for a walk and I listen to one of his sermons, I'm just blown away. I'm always just eating it up. Like, it's giving me such good information, and I'm walking while walking in faith. So I love that. So that's one of my recommendations. The other podcast that I really like listening to is Diary of a CEO. He tends to have really just intelligent, smart, capable, successful people on his podcast that share really good information on whatever their specialty is. And I highly recommend it. I haven't gotten into Mel Robbins. I keep seeing her everywhere, but I just feel like if it's trending, I don't know if I really want to get into that right now, especially because I have those 2 podcasts and they've been so good to me. I've literally never had like a bad episode that I got bored of, you know? Like, they just have such good information. I just eat it all up. Anyway, those are my recommendations. By 12 o'clock, I want to head out for my walk because I'm having lunch with my boyfriend, I think at 2. We'll see. And also it starts to get hotter by 2. So we want to head out pretty soon. I asked you guys on Instagram if you had any questions that you wanted me to answer during today's vlog. And one of them was, what is my favorite or least favorite part of owning a home? And that one is actually very interesting. I feel like there's a lot of things I could say, but my favorite thing about owning a home would be just being able to have people come over, like when David's family visits, that they can just stay with us because we have so much room, and having all the space is so nice. Being able to like have a place to host friends and family is really, really nice. And I would say that that's probably my favorite part. Like, I know you can do it in an apartment, but it's so much harder. Even with like the club room and everything, for people to find parking, it's usually a hassle. So it's just nice to be like in a neighborhood that's quiet and suburban and pretty, but also not cookie cutter, because it's not one of those like new build neighborhoods where every freaking house looks the same. I feel like my neighborhood has character, and I really like that. My least favorite, honestly, my least favorite is just how expensive it is. It's so incredibly expensive. And like, I kind of knew that going in, but not to the extent of what it is. I didn't know that property taxes would increase so much. Almost $300 they increased in 1 year. The mortgage is like crazy. And then on top of that, like fixing things around the house, and if you wanted to pay for a landscaper, because that's a lot of work too. I mean, it's nice to have a yard, and over the years that will help appreciate the value of the home a lot more. So I don't regret any of it in terms of the house that I chose, but at the same time, sometimes I kind of regret it because I'm like, if I would have bought a cookie cutter home, the HOA would have just taken care of the yard, and that would be one less expense. So definitely make sure to think about those things whenever you buy a house, or if you want to buy a condo. I feel like a lot of realtors and a lot of advice online tells you to not buy a condo, but I would really think about it. If you're just buying a house for an investment, then maybe don't buy a condo. But if you're buying a house to actually live in it for a few years, think about your lifestyle a lot. And I think that I did think about it, but when you actually live in the house with the yard and with all the maintenance that it requires, it's a whole different story. Things start to add up fast, so you have to decide, am I going to pay for someone to do this, or am I going to do it myself? With like my back pain and stuff, I'm pretty limited on how much yard work I can do, like bending down to pull out weeds and stuff. It's not really something that I can do because, I mean, listen, I literally hurt my shoulders going for walks. So just imagine, landscaping is actually pretty strenuous activity depending on what you're doing. So anyway, least favorite part is the maintenance. And with this economy, how it's just going downhill with the current administration, I would really caution people to think really deeply about whether it's the right move to buy a house. A lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people could still lose their jobs. It's just such a volatile economy for sure. It's almost 12 o'clock and it's time to go for a walk, guys. My boyfriend just texted me that his lunch is actually going to be at 1, and I need to go to Chipotle at like 12:40 to go and get our bowl that we're going to share. I just tracked the Chipotle bowl that I'm going to have for lunch with him. You will see it later, but I'm going to have a Chipotle bowl, and I'm going to have these Quest chips with my bowl. It's going to be all under 600 calories and 50 grams of protein. I'm trying to have larger meals with more protein. so that I don't snack throughout the day, because when you have insulin resistance, the more times you eat throughout the day, the more spikes that you have throughout the day. It's worse for your body. And especially because after my large meals, that's when I want to incorporate at least a 10-minute walk. I'm going to show you guys my typical what I wear in order to go for my little hot girl walks. Okay, so this is everything that I take on my hot girl walks. This is my little bag. Well, actually, it's my boyfriend's, but it's fine. That I usually wear, or I'll wear like a fanny pack. Today, I'm going to take this one because I'm vlogging for YouTube. So I'm going to take my camera, which is my DJI Osmo Pocket, and I'm going to take this so that I can still film while I'm on the go. It's just so portable, and it's a little bit better quality than my iPhone. Well, honestly, I just like having a camera where I don't have to worry about the storage instead of having it on my phone. And I already have so many clips on my phone that I record for Instagram and for TikTok that it's nice to just have separation. Also nice that it does the auto tracking, so that'll be good for my walk. I'm going to test that out. Look how perfectly. You can't even see it. That's amazing. Then the little stand, I don't need it unless I'm gonna put it up, so I'm just gonna have that separately. And then I'm taking the mic separately in case I want to talk to you guys at some point. And I just clip that on this little inner pocket and it fits there. Then I'm gonna take my AirPods, obviously, so I can listen to my podcast. And then my lippy, because I like to reapply after lunch. And then of course I have my hair clip, which I'm gonna put in my hair, but not until we get there. And then lastly, of course, I will be putting my keys in here. So everything literally fits perfectly in here. Oh, that reminds me, I need to take my supplements. Haven't taken them today. As you can see, this is my Saturday supplements, and I have all kinds of good stuff in here. I can do a breakdown in another video, but it's essentially stuff that I take to balance out my hormones. I also ordered a new hormone balancing supplement from Mila Mend, if you've heard of her. She's amazing. She's also struggled with PCOS and thyroid issues, and she basically created a supplement that has inositol, L-glutamine, and all the different supplements that are supposed to help us with balancing our hormones. Really hoping that that will make a difference in my hormones and helping me on my wellness journey. My goal is usually just to drink 2 of these, which is 80 ounces, because I also tend to drink like an apple cider vinegar drink, a collagen drink. I have a cup of tea at night. I might have a tea throughout the day. And that right there is at least like 32 more ounces of water that I'm having with my mixed supplements. So having 2 of these plus that, it's probably around a gallon of water. I tend to usually only have 1 of these, but again, when you add the cups of tea that I have throughout the day, my collagen drink, my apple cider vinegar drink, because I fill a glass with water and I add like a tablespoon of vinegar and then I chug it. If you add that with this, I'm getting at least 80 ounces of water, and that's my goal. That's my goal for the day. So I actually need to drink my supplements right now. Cheers. I hate the feeling of swallowing the pills. I used to do it like 2 at a time, and it took so long and it just made it worse. So now I just shove them all in my mouth and just chug it with water, and that way I only have to have that feeling 1 time. And then I usually wouldn't take this on my walks, but I need to pack a little bag to take since I'm gonna go have lunch with my boyfriend after. It's not the healthiest sunscreen, but it's the one that I was able to find really quickly. I usually like to use like the Beach Bum one, or I really usually just use Korean sunblock on my skin, but I feel like some sunblock is better than no sunblock, but I don't know, I could be wrong. Figure out what works for you. Anyway, so this is what I'm taking. Let's head out. I actually decided I'm gonna take my new purse. We recently had our anniversary and David got me this work tote from Coach, and I love it. The color is perfect. It's like this sandstone color, and this is their work tote because he knows that I would be going back into the office, and I was looking for a work bag and I couldn't decide. So he got me this one real quick. The reason that I decided I'm going to take this bag right now is because I could fit the little Crocs bag in here for lunch tucked away. I don't want to damage the purse, which is why I'm still putting it in a tote. And then I could also fit my water bottle here on the side. I also have like my hand sanitizer and my essentials. I'm still going to wear this though, because on my hot girl walk, I need easy access to these things and I'm not going to carry my purse, you know? Anyway, now let's head out. Sorry if you guys are like literally crooked right now. I have not vlogged in here with my DJI Osmo Pocket, so I'm still not used to it. So forgive me for that. So we're gonna head to this little park that's close to my house to just do a little 15-minute walk, and then we're gonna head to Chipotle because I need to get the burrito bowl that my boyfriend and I are gonna share, and I'm running late. Joke's on me because I did not time this right. So I actually came to Chipotle instead. We're gonna get the bowl and then we're gonna meet David for lunch. It's currently 12:50 and I'm supposed to meet him at 1. It's fine. I'll just go for my walk after. It's gonna be really hot, so I'm definitely gonna be taking off my sweater. It's lunchtime. Got a cup of ice from Chipotle and you bring your own Dr. Pepper. Now I have the sauce for it. I'm gonna wear this fanny pack because I don't want to wear something on my shoulders since it's gonna be a longer walk. I'm gonna take my handy dandy DJI Osmo Pocket. Kind of weird. As long as it works, that's all that matters. Okay. I think I might just put my hair up in a ponytail. I'll be right back. Yes, this is much better because now my hat will fit correctly without any issues and it will block the sun. And then I did have my headphones with me, but I'm not going to take the case. I'm just going to wear my headphones. So all I have in here are my keys and my camera. So let's head out. I'm back from my walk. I definitely went longer than I expected to. I walked 4 miles and I did want to do like a long weekend walk. So I did accomplish that, but I definitely need to do some stretching now. And tomorrow, if I hit 10,000 steps, it's going to be like easy because I can tell I'm going to be sore from this for sure. There was a lot of hills on my walk. My neighborhood has a ton of hills, but it was such a beautiful day. I just really wanted to make the most of it. And I've been wanting to start doing long walks on the weekend. So this was just week 1 of that, I guess. I just found this TikTok and this man looks like he knows what he's doing. So I'm going to try doing these stretches post walk. It says post run, but same. All right, y'all, I'm done with my walk. I'm done with the updates for today, I think. And at this point, I feel gross. I need a shower. I think we're just gonna make dinner and relax for the rest of the night. I hope that y'all enjoyed this vlog and catching up with the life updates. Don't forget to like this video and leave a comment down below so we can catch up. Let me know if you guys are gonna be joining me on 75 Soft, and make sure to follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you haven't already. But with that said, I love you all so much and I'll see you all in the next one.